missing values can occur in a data set. So what are your options if you're using Python? If you're using Python, you can use the fillna function to fill in those blanks. And you could fill in those blanks with values like the mean, the median, the value before, the value after, or even a zero. It really depends on the context. So for the purposes of this exercise, I'll just demonstrate how to fill in the missing value with the categorical mean. The first thing we do is to bring in our data set into the environment, which is in Google Colab. The data set we're working with is Lobster Land 2021. And then we check our data frame for missing values using the isNA.sum function. And we see that there are two columns in our data frame that have missing values. The first is the precipitation column, and the second is the daily gross revenue column. Now we can isolate all those rows with missing values to get a better understanding of the context. Now, when we zoom in on the daily gross revenue column, we see that there is indeed an empty cell, and that empty cell has occurred on the 7th of July, 2021, which is a Wednesday. So the first thing I would do would be to get an understanding of how Lobster Land's revenue fluctuates month to month by doing a group by and applying the mean. So as we can see from this result over here, Lobster Land's revenue peaks in September. And for July, it's somewhere in the middle, in between. Now, and then when we drill down yet another level to the day of the week to understand how the revenue fluctuates during the course of the week on average, this is what we get. So it does fluctuate quite a fair bit. And if we zoom in on a July Wednesday, we see that the average daily gross revenue is $122,871. So then I would choose to impute that missing value with the average taking on a Wednesday in July. I would be that specific because the revenue fluctuates too much month to month. And during the course of the week, for me to just take the overall of the month or the or just any day of the week. And then the next thing I would do would be to filter the data frame for the average revenue in July on a Wednesday, and to isolate that number, that revenue, and before filling in the blanks in the original data frame using the fillna function. And when we check our result, we see that that imputation has occurred successfully. And now we do not have a blank in our original data set for this column. So this is how we impute missing values using the categorical mean. Thank you.